Brooklyn Independent Television.
Black Gold Records is a coffee house that serves each cup fresh brewed to order, a record shop that embraces the lost art of vinyl, and a boutique for unique antiques. It's a delight of taste, sight, and sound. We recently caught up with owners Sommer and Jeff to learn more.
My name is Jeff Ogiba, and we are at Black Gold in Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn. Black Gold is a combination of a coffee shop, a record store, and an antique spot.
Coffee, records, and antiques are three things that we're passionate about. We're all vinyl collectors, we're all coffee lovers, and we all like to collect weird things for our walls. It's the first harebrained scheme I've ever had that really stuck, and it worked.
I got involved with buying and selling records as a last stop on my obsessive collecting, which started with baseball cards, then went to comic books, then action figures, then pop culture stuff. The main thing I love about records is the fact I get to enjoy the artwork. I get to hear the music in a fuller, bigger, more real sound. We run the turntable for most of the hours we're open, and we'll do anything from the early morning shifts. We'll get it going with like some old boogie or disco, and we'll go all the way to rock and roll late at night to keep people excited. Our new music comes from distributors. Our used music you can't really call a used record warehouse. We answer calls, ads, or walk-ins, as well as flea markets, stoop sales, estate sales. We just always have our eye out, and I have a bag that fits records, and it always has records in it. We all come from a rock and roll background, which is where we essentially branched out from, to punk rock, to hardcore music, to experimental music, then to jazz, blues, garage. We also do soul, funk, hip-hop.
That took a while for us to come up with the name Black Gold. We definitely toyed with a lot of names. I think it was like Black Diamond for a while, and then Black Gold. As soon as we said it out loud, it was like, that's it. Black vinyl records, gold records. People call coffee Black Gold. We think of like the oil rush, the gold rush kind of era, and it just kind of all brought everything together and made sense. And here at Black Gold Records, we sell fraternal order items. This is an Oddfellows ceremonial apron. This is also Oddfellows, a ceremonial mesh mask with real hair eyebrows. That should be part of every collector's home. They're always fun to wear for whatever purposes you'd like. We also sell a lot of taxidermy. This is actually a 19th century in a glass dome, some beautiful squirrels. There's a little dude peeking out at the bottom there. We're always looking for unique pieces. These are some interesting hand-painted game boards. These are always popular. We have a lot of stuff from the 19th century, vintage taxidermy, and just kind of oddball things that catch our eyes. Seek out things that we find are interesting, something we'd hang on our own wall at home. When people walk by and they see this place, I think first the aroma of coffee wafts out. It's like a cartoon. I feel like sometimes people, they follow their nose in. Sometimes they have no idea it's actually a record and antique store too, or they heard it's a record store and they didn't know we had coffee. It's nice to offer so many things to bring people in. The coffee we use is, it's roasted by Rook Coffee Roasters in Oakhurst, New Jersey. I grew up with one of the founders. Their coffee was the best. We came up with our own blend, the Black Gold blend. People love it, and it's nice to have something different in the neighborhood.
The choice for the neighborhood was Summer's choice, basically. She lives down the street from here. She had her eye on the area for a while. It was abandoned only a few years ago.
Dan and I had a friend here that we started hanging out with, and we were like, man, this neighborhood is awesome.
There was just some sort of spark in it where we saw there was a subway station, the highway, there's just growth that keeps extending its way down Court Street.
When we first got this location, there really wasn't much going on down here. Frankie's was there, Primeats had just opened, and they're awesome neighbors to have. Literally, it seemed like overnight there was a renaissance in this part of the neighborhood. Court Street grocers started to open, and people used to say they never ventured past 4th Place. I've heard that from so many people.
Being in this neighborhood definitely worked out for us because it is a neighborhood that is accepting this kind of renaissance of these new businesses and these friendly people who are working together. to build some sort of new era of community, I'd say.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at breakartsmedia.org/BIT.